You've been in this job now a little over a year. Has there been a big surprise that has said, wow, I didn't really realize this? Has it been something that really just caught you and you said, didn't know about that?
Well, I want to admit something to you. There is something that has caught my eye, and that is that even as a former legislator that helped construct budgets for $70 billion to serve the people of Florida out of their very money, their precious resource, to reallocate in ways to keep them safe, educate their children, and maintain quality of health in this state. What has surprised me is that the number of dollars deployed every year in the form of a contract. So most of our citizens of Florida just assume their taxpayer covers the highway patrol officer, and it does, the teacher, and it does. But almost 60% of the entire state budget goes to a private vendor to provide a service that the legislature believes is necessary.
Let me interrupt
Sure.
you. You just said what?
60% of the budget, or this year, $51 billion, will not be directly paid to a state employee to deliver a service or that will be paid for a state vehicle. It will be paid to a private vendor to deliver a warm meal, provide mental health counseling,
60%.
to provide 60%, over $50 billion every year, which gets to your point. What was the aha moment? Is how well are these contracts written? Are the people of Florida getting exactly what they're paying for? And I would tell you, there is tremendous opportunity for improvement.
Okay, let's talk about some of those areas for
Sure.
improvement. You would think that any contract
Right.
would have certain
Right.
criteria
Right.
that you would look at if you were
Right.
going to hold a contractor accountable.
Right.
What would some of those criteria be?
Well, and then you would be shocked that that's not the case. That's exactly what I think you would think, and any private business owner would say before we allocate dollars to a vendor, we're going to lay out exactly what we expect, and no matter whether it's my maintenance department or whether or not it's my sales department, they're going to have basic elements in every contract so that we know what we're going to get when we pay for it. And those would be things like, are there clearly defined deliverables that are going to be delivered by that vendor to us? Are there performance measures so I know what I'm getting? Are there fiscal consequences that someone will pay a price if we don't get what we're paying for? You would think those would be in every contract, but there's no place in state law that outlines, no matter whether you're in the Department of Transportation, Department of Health, Department of Education, that you have to have these baseline requirements. And so our hope is that we can work over time now to establish those, so that not to be looking over someone's shoulder. Education department knows what vendors are the book vendors who provide the textbooks, and that's not my job as your CFO. But my job as your CFO is that once we write that check, we better get exactly what we paid for.